introduction here. So, brace yourselves. Ladies, gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, it is Competo Cup. It is the quarterfinals. It is the defending champion Elfi against the challenger Beastyqt here in the best of three quarterfinals. Competo Cup number 31, if I am not mistaken. So good evening, guten Abend, good Abend, good Quell, good Quelled, good afternoon. Dobre večer, dobre večer, bonsoir, buenas noches, buonasera, konnichiwa, xin chao, ni hao, annyeong, grüezi wohl, grüß Gott, yo estate kivanok, and shalom, my dear friends from all over the world watching. I am Special Andre casting this wonderful game tonight. We are here on GSL Taldarim Altar, and we have Elfi here spawning in the top left location as the blue Protoss player. Here in the bottom left we have Beastyqt as the yellow Terran player, and let's see who is able to win this first game, maybe the second game, and maybe we see some nice games in game number 1, number 2. Maybe we'll have an ace match, a third game, because my personal prediction is, and apparently I'm not alone because a lot of people in the chat are agreeing, that it is actually pretty true that whoever wins this quarterfinal has good chances to win the complete tournament. Of course, once again, the prize pool tonight will be a 50 euros and a power supply unit by Silence. So all in all, everything was around $120-130, which is not too less, you have to worry. It's just quite a lot, actually. So, what is the build we see by each player? The build: Marine moving out to the center, repelling this probe. Elfi moving away in time, now moving in with a Stalker, forcing Beastie to move back. Now Beastie moving in with his Marauder. Now the Marauder here with a concussor shell just needs to get one shot off. Now he got one shot off, and now with this Marauder getting another shot off, this Stalker will go down as well. And apparently, looks like Elfi with this probe was blocking this Marauder for just a second, so not making this Marauder, even though you had the concussor shell, able to fully pursue this Stalker. And this is really the high school of micro, so to say. Because if you just can block the movement parts, this was more and more common in the later stages of Warcraft 3 as well. So if you can block the movement path just this little tiny bit with a probe or something like this, sacrificing a probe in order to save a Stalker is always what you want to call worth it. So it is the one barracks into expand build here by Beastie. Now going for the... And actually now I'm a little bit confused because he's got a Marauder. This tech lab was just looking so weird because he just decided to move the barracks over here to build a reactor right away so he can just produce more units a little bit faster. This bunker will get finished right now, and with the bunker in there, the Marauder in the bunker, those 2-3 Stalkers will not be too successful there. Elfi does not know about this expansion here, but I think it is pretty fair to assume that this expansion is actually, now I got the correct sound settings, music and sound is enabled. It's pretty fair for him to assume that this command center is actually there as natural expansion. So what was his decision? His decision was to go for the Nexus here as well. Beast is still moving around with his SCV, and he knows about this expansion as well. So he knows, I'm pretty much safe. And what is he doing right now? Of course, Beastie was having a lot of problems lately with Terrans, with Protoss players. Then he started to practice a little bit harder on his PvT. He practiced with Kaz, who is considered one of the best Protoss, Terran with Protoss players in Europe, and he practiced with a couple of US Protoss players like TT1, like Kivikaki, etc, etc. So he was able to get some nice improvements in his TVP. We saw some nice games, for example, versus Underdog. Of course, Underdog is always a good player. You can count on the Ukrainian Protoss player. And actually, the current standing in the game in quarterfinal number 3, Civ against Nice, who started this first tonight, is 1-1, so they will be playing in last final ace match to see who will face either the winner here of this series, Beasty or Elfi. So let's take a look at the harvester count, 32-38. Of course, the Protoss player slightly ahead. If the Protoss player goes for the expansion more or less at the same timing than the Terran player, of course the Protoss player have more probes because of the chrono boost and because of this auto command taking 35 seconds to get some units built. And now it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gate MC style tech coming here up by Elfi. One bunker might not be enough, and this bunker will go down so fast. Beasty pulling back all of his SCVs. Is he going for the master round on the bunker? Repairing coming up, but a little too late. Nice force fields on this second bunker as well. Beasty flanking here with his Marines and the Marauders from the bottom as well. I was just wondering all the time, where are the rest of the Marines and the Marauders? He was just waiting in the back, now doing a good job at kiting those remaining zealots, repelling the stalkers here at the front, and what is losing two bunkers and a couple of SCVs worth if you're actually able to hold off such a 6 gate attack here quite well, because now all of the gate units of Elfi will be pretty much dead. More warped in stalkers going down as well, and now concussive shell taking care of this zealot, so the pylon will go down as well. Let's take a look, how many harvesters did he actually lose? It is still 32-40, so not that big of a difference. Now he can continue with the starport, so he's ahead in terms of tech, and he continue with the upgrades. It looks like Cuba had easy play against Becher, bringing him 2-0 out of the tournament, so now it's just come down to the last possible quarterfinal, which is Slider against Honor, where like I said, Slider might be the favorite to win this as well, and Beasty going for the missile turret, just in case after he defended a 6 gate attack. What is the follow-up play by Elfi? And because Elfi just invested a lot of this attack, he now only started here with the simulators at this natural expansion, so him having not many gas at all makes him not able to take up quite as much. No upgrades, no other tech buildings, it is just 6 gateways. So Beasty moving in here with an SCV, and all units Slider is having right now are those 6 sentry, 3 stalkers and 3 zealots, and now with the Medivac in the mix here as well, allowing those Marines and Marauders to constantly stim, and Elfi realizing after this 2-base all-in attack, okay, he's too much ahead in tech, he was able to hold this attacks off. Beasty is up 1-0, taking game number 1 here on GSL Taldarim Altar. We're just one intense situation in this game. Beasty was able to hold this off, and my personal opinion is, like 4 or 5 weeks ago he would not have been able to hold this attack off, thanks to his decision making. He was expecting this playstyle by Elfi, he was expecting the attack, so he had some units in the bottom center. Then he was able to flank the units, just walking around the force fields and just attacking those stalkers in the back, and the bunkers he had just bought him enough time, so that's why Beasty is currently up 1-0 against Elfi, so needs to win 1 more game. Only on the other hand, Elfi needs to win 2 more games here to be able to defend his title of the current champion and just be able to just go to the semifinals. I mean, it's still quite a long road ahead of whoever wins this series, because semifinals coming up, best of 3, and then the finals with the best of 5 as well.